Thank you, everyone. The National 25, I want to thank the members of the head table, Mudal, Shane, Ramona, Rodney, Tahaka, for giving such a wonderful presentation so far. Mudal has to come still. Mr. Mudal has to come still. And I kept him for last. And I want to thank everyone here has shown the strength and the support for coming out tonight. I want to thank you. I want to thank the executive for going around and making sure that the message was sent. Now, sorry, it's a bit difficult to stand up here after Rodney Chad. Not easy. Rodney went right through the system. He told you about everything that's possible. Tahaka was very good too. And Ramona, Shane. These are the kinds of speakers that we have waiting in the wings. And I am extremely happy that Nazimul, who has been with me since '95, could stand up here and tell you that the reason that we have these pavement meetings is because we are shut down where you have elected us to perform. No one here has said to Rodney, your speaking time is over. I let him talk. No one has said to Tahaka, your speaking time is over. Have a seat. And stick to the bill. Stick to the this, stick to the that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, my supporters, Parliament came from the House of Commons of London. It's where parler came from. It means to speak. Speak on behalf of the people who have elected you there. The Speaker of the House is supposed to have order. Order, not control. And when I stand up and I keep talking about Standing Order 1, Standing Order 1 says that these standing orders in the House of Representatives, okay, are not designed in a way, in Tracy, to stop the members from speaking. And the points. That's Standing Order 1, eh? And then you have the standing orders flowing after that for order in the House. So we started these pavement meetings to inform our constituents and the people of Trinidad and Tobago our views. You heard tonight from many speakers where the direction has to go. Now, we are in our 4th year. We have taken 4 years of licks.
Yes.
And every year the licks has come harder and harder and harder. But for the next year, you may get milk and honey. You're going to get it. The next year you are going to get milk and honey. Even if they have to borrow to do it. So when and if they come back in office, is 5 more years of pressure, 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 pressure. And I always say, a country is only as good as its leaders. If you are not a good leader, you cannot lead a country. And there's another thing that goes to it. People get the leaders that they deserve. So if you go outside of there and voting people who cannot think, who cannot say, who cannot govern, who are out to basically put systems in place to make life harder, then who is more stupid? Ask yourself that question. If I could put somebody on top of me who is not smart and not seeking my interest, who does not know how to seek my interest, what does that say about me? So we could only take the message and bring it forward. We could only say to you, these are the facts. These are the facts that we are here to do. For 5 years, 2010 to 2015, what was it like? Can you remember what it was like? It was smooth. It was nice. It was so nice that everybody got comfortable and forgot to fix the systems for the election. They got so comfortable that, when you get so comfortable, you tell yourself, I don't have to do that. Just go somebody else to take it. And we lost the election. We lost the election because our people were too damn comfortable.
Complacent.
And they did not realize the horror stories that was coming after. We warned our people. We warned the people of Trinidad and Tobago the horror stories that would occur. And it has come to pass, Rodney. Rodney has said it quite clear. It has come to pass. Now, the United National Congress People's Partnership, we had a plan. We had a connection of a plan. You see, Ruda was in Unicot and housing. I was in the Ministry of Health, and I could talk about that. Anil Roberts was in sports. Have you ever heard, the reason I've said this, about the aquatic center, the cycle track? Has that been spoken about in the last 4 years?
No.
You know why? Because the PNM does not want you to know that those two structures opposite the Couva Children's Hospital, the aquatic center and the cycle track, are world-renowned systems, and people are coming here to Trinidad from all over the world to use it. But they don't say anything about it. There was a meet, there was a swimming meet from about 45 countries. You couldn't get a room in Hilton or in Hyatt or no part of Trinidad and Tobago because they came to practice in the aquatic center. It's internationally recognized. Who did it? United National Congress. So too the cycle track. World recognized. And when I hear from Ramona today that they're going to take all the equipment from the pediatric hospital that Rudal, myself, Jolene and Kamla and all of us put our heads together to put in the system and move it to Mount Hope, where in Mount Hope itself, it is not as good as a hospital that is built specifically for children. We built that hospital for the pediatrics and children of Trinidad and Tobago to have specialist training for cardiac care, specialist training for kidney care, specialist training for ear, nose and throat system, specialist training for pediatric hearing, pediatric vision, pediatric stomach problems. And how are we going to do it? We were going to bring renowned specialists that have retired and who have written multiple papers to Trinidad to train people who want to learn. Bring people from abroad to assist them. It's like a super special offshore medical school where you're training specialist people. So what we would have done is put that system in place, and the whole world of the Western Hemisphere would have been coming to Trinidad for pediatric systems and paying for it. And so too our own doctors, our own nurses will be specialized in pediatric systems that we can now sell to the world. And that is how you get US dollars. You don't just get US dollars on oil that's dropping. Today is 53, tomorrow is 45. It was once 100. You get US dollars from bringing systems in place that will attract it. And the pediatric hospital was going to attract it. We were also going to have a burns unit, a specialist burns unit that would attract people from the Caribbean to come to Trinidad and Tobago to pay for burn care. What have they done with it? Mash it up. Mash it up, move all the systems. It was a construction site. How come a construction site have all that equipment? How come? You answer me now, Terence. How come a construction site has all that equipment? Now I'm going to another thing too. I've touched on the Couva Hospital. You remember there was a thing called the Oncology Center?
Yes.
Have you heard about it? No. You know why I haven't heard about it? Because they mash it up too.
Oh,
they mash it up. They say no Oncology Center for Trinidad. We're not doing that because guess why? We're going and build one foolish linear accelerator in Radiotherapy Center in St. James. Whereas in the Oncology Center, we were having 4 linear accelerators. Whoa. Something called a cyber knife. That when the cancer moves, the knife would move with it. Now, a linear accelerator, when the cancer is here and your body is breathing, it's shooting all over the place. You see it? The cyber knife would have moved with the cancer and blown it out without doing the rest of the body. You have ultrasound systems for high intensive focal ultrasound. You would have labs, and one of my pet systems is something called a cyclotron, which was there. And the cyclotron was going to produce radiopharmaceuticals to sell not only for our PET scanner, which we don't have in Trinidad, but we're going to have radiopharmaceuticals to use there as well as export. And doing that, we would have attracted US dollars. A lot of the West Indian countries have offshore medical school. Do you know offshore medical school, what it does? People from all over the world come to these offshore medical schools, and what do? They spend their money on books, on housing, on car, on groceries, on everything else, as well as pay into the system. So it booms the economy.
Right.
That was done. We did. Unicott, Woodall, myself, we put a system in place in Tobago, that the hospital, the Scarborough Hospital that we opened in Tobago, was going to be the flag bearer of a Tobago offshore medical school to bring money to Tobago. You weren't going to wait on 2-3 tourists to come and leave after a week. It's going to be students who are going to be there for 5 years on end. And if a foreign exchange will come in, foreign exchange will move into Tobago. Tobago tourism will take off as an educational tourism. And it hurts us to look at the systems you have put in place. And what has the PNM done? Mash it up. And they have completely mashed it up. You hear Terence Yelsing, Minister of Health, is speaking a lot about the non-communicable diseases. Remember? He talks about people have to watch their diet and watch everything else, and because the non-communicable diseases, and that was my plan that me and both Hiwari did, and we put it in place through PAHO, not CAFA, the other one, IIDB. The IIDB loan to work the whole system in Trinidad and Tobago to change the method of eating. That's our plan. But I have to tell Terence, don't worry. You don't need to worry about that. You know why? When Rowley finished with everybody in this country, they have no jobs, they have no food, they have nothing, everybody will lose weight. And you won't have to have a problem again. Because at the end of the day, the PNM will make sure you starve, lose your weight, and you have no MCDs again. So you're no longer fat, so you have no MCDs again. So Terence, try to find something else now. Try to find another bandwagon to ride. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to cut ribbon. The way to the cut ribbon in Arima Hospital.
Yeah.
Who started? For God's sakes, we started it. We're out of ourselves.
Yeah.
Who started that? They want to cut ribbon in Point Fortin. We're going to cut ribbon in Point Fortin in when? In next year or this year? Who started? We did it. For God's sakes, the things we left for you already built, you can't open. You want to open things that not yet finished? You see why we want the United National Congress back in office?
Exactly.
It's simple. But at the end of the day, the people of Trinidad and Tobago have to understand. And I'm very glad Rodney broke it open. Time for racial politics is out. I hate to hear it when somebody say PNM is African party and UNC is a Indian party. That is not so. We are what they call thinking people in Trinidad and Tobago. We smart now, we're not stupid anymore. You cannot come and fool us. We have internet, we have TV, we have everything going on. So we understand the world system. What we really want, and what I want, and what we want, is a proper Trinidad and Tobago for our children to live in. A job. A job to make money so you can buy food and also books and educate your children. Right now, school is going to open in about 2-3 weeks. Right? Many people are scrambling with book lists to get their books. And most of them can't afford it. They come to the office here and we try to help as much as we can. But just so much money we can give out. I remember when we were in office, Christine Nuwalo, Glenn Ramadasing and Kamala Prasabi sister, we were giving out book grants in the social development. I hear nothing about it. Textbook grants. I not hear anything about it. People starving for lack of food cards. What they're saying? They're saying, oh, it's corruption. If you want to say anything in front of the big, once the PNM is there, everything is corruption. That is a flag bearer. The flag bearer, corruption, corruption, corruption. And so they can do what they want. People, we could only send a message. We can't change your thinking. We want to change your thinking. Because at the end of the day, I want to live here until I die. I want my children to live here until I die. I don't want somebody to shoot me when I go down the road because you can't solve crime. I don't want the mosquitoes in El Sico South to bite me and give me Zika and dengue because your defogger is not working. Your insect vector defogger is not working. The whole of the north central north thing defogger is not working. Nothing working. Nothing. It sickens me and it saddens me to see that what the PNM has done to this country. For God's sakes, I really am at a loss. I've been here in politics since 1995, and this has been the worst 4 years that I've ever spent in politics. You know, when we were in office, and Ruda will tell you this, when we were in office, PNM, UNC, anybody come for assistance, they got it. Yes. Remember the good old days when they had every function in the Trinidad and Tobago? Ms. Kamala Prasabi says they had thousands of hampers given out to people. Yes. You all forget that? Yes. Christmas, Diwali, Eid, Emancipation, hamper. Come, eat, have a grand time. Yes. We have forgotten that. Have you got any hampers for emancipation? No. You got any hampers for Christmas? No. Minimal. You got any hampers for Eid? None. So what kind of government do we have? They say that UNC take the money and spend all the money. But do you know that PNM has spent more money today than we did? Yes. And nothing to show? We could boast in each ministry what we did and had. And we could enumerate it. I just want to touch on one thing. Because I'm going futuristic here tonight. You remember, recently a lady fell down on epilepsy and a car rolled over her. Yes. You know, Safras went and checked the lady and trying to find out something, and they went to the hospital. They can't find her records. Her records lost. But that is not something that doesn't happen. It happens all the time in Trinidad and Tobago. So we put in place, when I was minister, and the Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Prasabi sister, pushed me into it very hard, something called the National Health Card. Remember the National Health Card? Yes. That was going to be a card for CEDA, drugs, and also putting all your medical information on that card so you could transport it throughout Trinidad and Tobago no matter where you went. So you couldn't have to lose no records, and you always had your systems in place, your x-rays, your CT scans, your blood tests, everything was going to be on that card. You swipe it, you get all the information, and a doctor could treat you. Now, you go to Mount Port of Spain, San Fernando, or Granby, because the medical records are paper records, and they're getting wet, they're getting cockroach eaten, rat eaten, and everything else, you could never find the records. And if you can't find records, you can't treat a patient properly. Yes. So patients will die for lack of proper treatment. Yes. True. And that's what's happening to all you know. Yes. Because they stopped the health care. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear Rudal. I love hearing Rudal. Rudal is one of the best speakers in Parliament. They shut up my partner. So they shut up my partner in Parliament. You can't talk. They say they don't recognize you. But you see tonight, all of you will recognize me tonight. Try for it. Right? Take it. Thank you very much.